Alright folks, the last Hermes Agent update gave us the /goal feature. We briefly covered this in the last update video, but in this video we're going to dive a bit deeper on how to properly use /goal. It's more than just starting off your prompt with /goal, build me $1 million app. That's not really how it works. There's a bunch of steps, bunch of prerequisites that you need to be aware of to make use of the /goal feature. And for those of you who don't know, /goal is basically gives your Hermes agent a standing objective that survives across turns, and after every turn there's this judge that checks whether the goal is satisfied, and if it's not, it will continue feeding a continuation prompt back into the same session. So it's basically the same prompt caching as a normal turn, so it's the same cost, but with the benefit of your agent being fixated on achieving that goal without any distractions. Because the biggest problem of not using /goal and how you normally interact with your Hermes agent is if you give it a complex task, especially if it has a lot of tool calling involved, a lot of API endpoints involved, there would be errors along the way that they would debug, but they would dive down that rabbit hole. You know, the more errors they have, they would dive down that rabbit hole and they would basically forget what their original goal was, right? So /goal basically helps your agent remember every turn what its objective is. And here's an important observation I've made is the /goal mostly is used for code refactoring, feature ports, test coverage, and all sorts of technical stuff. And I thought to myself, is this even appropriate for creative projects, right? Is this appropriate for building something that is fun? And the answer to that is yes, okay? So the reason why you see /goal skewing towards the technical side in their official documentation is because this mechanism is mostly battle tested for the technical stuff. But it is the same concept as long as you have a clear objective and you understand what are the environments, what are the contexts you need to provide for your agent, you can still use the /goal to build anything you want, right? So now we're going to show you live on how to build something using the /goal. Let's see if it actually works. So for this example, we're going to build a fighting game, okay? So we're going to build a fighting game. And this is the first step that you need to do, is you need to create a project folder or a project directory. And this is also one of the benefits of using VPS, is in the workspace directory of my Hermes agent. It's called Claude because I migrated Loki, who was my Hermes agent, from OpenClaw back in the early days. But I think for your workspace directory, the name could be different. Maybe I think it's Hermes. But here, what you can do is you can just create a folder, and then we'll name it Fighting Game. So I created the folder. Inside it's empty, and here is where you want everything related to the fighting game, whether that be files, whether that be materials, sources, all contained here within this folder. Because otherwise, if you type /goal immediately at the start of your prompt in a new chat, your files will be everywhere. And that's a big problem in the future, because when you enter a new session with your agent, they don't know which files to reference from. So there's nothing fancy here. It's the same philosophy as vibe coding on an IDE. It's just very important to set up an environment first, right? So once we have that folder set up, we can cd into that folder. Basically just go to that folder, and then here we can type Hermes to open up chat with our Hermes agent. Okay, so that's step one. And then from there, I just start chatting with Hermes agent. I describe what my idea is. And if Hermes has any questions, he can ask me. And once we have a definitive plan, that's when we create the Agents.md to make sure everything is synced. So we go back to chat. I tell my agent I want to build a simple browser-based fighting game, 2 characters, basic attacks, health bars, keyboard controls, HTML5 canvas with JavaScript. Keep it simple but playable. And I'll show you why. For now, let's just keep it simple, okay? So go ahead and enter. Okay, so this is actually impressive. It spun up the Agents.md by itself. I don't have to create it my own, or I don't have to tell it to create an Agents.md. So this part can be probabilistic because I have, worked with my Hermes agent for about 2 months now. It understands that every new project I have, it spins up an Agents.md. So that's just part of the self-improving loop of Hermes agent. But if this is maybe like your first time or you barely use your Hermes agent, then you need to let them know that, yeah, this is a very important step for every new project. So it's still thinking, but we can check in the file that there is an Agents.md. That's great. Let's open it. Okay, so very simple, but we got the overview, tech stack, game spec, and the architecture. Okay, yeah, so it didn't plan anything. It just went straight to building. I think that's because I didn't tell it to plan first in the first prompt. That was my mistake. But let's actually take a look at the game. So here's the game. It looks nothing like Street Fighter, but it is, a working game. And, S for attack, W for jump. But the enemy is not fighting. So that's not good. So this might actually be a good example of what happens if you don't use /goal. Okay, so this is what I said. This game is not up to my expectation. I'm looking for more of a Street Fighter style game where there are combinations of attacks and the enemy fights back. Look up official documentations in the web on how to properly create one, and then plan first, do not build yet. So let's see how that goes. Oh yeah, you can also just use the /plan command right off the bat in the beginning. I just found out we actually have the /plan. I'm actually curious. It's reading part 4 of this medium. I want to make a fighting game. Okay. Okay, so I'll expect that the game will look something like this. But first, yeah, let it plan first. Okay, so that took about 14 minutes. My Hermes agent was able to read 5 research sources and derive 7 key architectural decisions here. And this is where you can run /goal, build the fighting game according to the plan. And if you can see this goal set, 20 turn budget, that's when you know you're actually using the /goal. As the task progress down, you should be able to see 1 out of 20 continuing toward goal. So why there is a 20 turn budget, for those of you who don't know, the default for the budget of the turns for auto continuing until the goal is accomplished is 20 turns. And for the game that we're building, I'm a bit certain that this will take more than 20 turns just because of how complex that this project is. Because I didn't give my agent a lot of context, a lot of official documentations or guidelines on how to create this game. I basically just told my agent to research it yourself, plan it out, then build it. Usually if that's the case, you can assume that you will need more than 20 turns. Remember, this is not your normal turn. Okay, these are turns only if they get something wrong, or if they're like stuck in a loop, then they will have the second turn, the third turn, and so on. And if you want to increase your max turn, you can actually do so in the Hermes config.yaml file. You should be able to see as you scroll down the goals block after you've updated your Hermes agent. But if you don't see this, you can just tell your Hermes agent to add according to the official documentation here, just to add this to the Hermes config YAML, and so on. And under goals, you should see max turns here. The default is set to 20. And in fact, you can actually raise this. I don't know what the limits are. Certainly you can't do I'm sure you cannot do more than 100. But try maybe raising by an increment of 5 or 10. So maybe you can do 25, or maybe you can do 30. That is if you suspect your Hermes agent is dumb and they always get something wrong. But in this case, I'm actually quite surprised. It only took 1 turn to be able to finish the game. Here it made V2. The features have been implemented. We got the combat mechanics. We got blocking. We got the hitbox set up. There's collision layers too. There's a combo system. That's interesting. Special moves. And most importantly, AI opponent. Damn, there's 3 modes as well. PvP versus AI easy, AI hard. Okay, this is what I need. Now let's actually see if it actually fits my expectation. So yeah, graphics not there, but let's see if the combat is there. So see, AD move, S crouch, W jump, J light attack, K heavy attack. Okay, so oh. All right. I mean, there's no special graphics or anything. But the AI, is he even fighting me back? Yeah, there he is. Okay, so we have a working game. It's accomplished its goal, but it's not, it's not nice. It's not a nice game, but it works. All right, so this is where it's good. We can take this iteration and then make a V3. So I think from here on out, this is where if you don't have the output you're looking for, you can always go back to the project directory, right? And then you can add the resources here, your documentations, guidelines, any files, images, especially if you have a model that supports image analysis. So Kimi 2.6 is amazing for front end, right? Here, you can add them here, tell them to reference that, plan it out, and then use the /goal to build it out, right? So I will not use /goal here unless we start building the game V3. So everything here, that's how I've been using /goal. Now, I don't know if this is hallucination, or earlier my agent told me that if the goal is bigger than 20 turns, you can actually use /goal sub. But I realize I think my Hermes agent was hallucinating there because there is no /goal sub, okay, according to the official documentation. So yeah, just pointing that out there. But maybe, what if my agent is anticipating that there might be a /goal sub? So yeah, I was asking it in the middle when it was building. I was like a bit confused. I was like, there's no /goal sub, right? But yeah, that's when I like, okay, whatever, let's just go with the parent goal. And it said, I cannot execute the goal because it was kind of confused with the sub goals. I think it was confusing itself in its memory of this project with my other Kanban project. So the Kanban has that parent-child link dependency, the parent-child task link dependency. So maybe it was like confusing when it was retrieving something from its memory in it. But all in all, this is the exact way that you want to use the /goal. Okay, so bringing it all together, step one is to set up your project. Okay, make a folder in your workspace directory. Then you want to plan first, right? Brainstorm with your Hermes agent, let them ask questions. You can use the /plan, or you can just say in prompt, plan this out first, don't build yet. And then from there, if they hadn't created an Agents.md for you, you can tell them to create it, or you can create it yourself. Put it in the same project folder. And then once you have a plan, that's when you can run /goal and then build this out. But so far, I don't really find that much of a difference using /goal with the Kanban tool, but I have been using /goal in the middle of my debugging sessions with the cron job Kanban workflows. So if you haven't seen that video already, I told you that there's no native synergy between cron jobs and Kanban. So I have my own deduplication loop, but because of that deduplication loop, in a new session, my agent messes something up, and that's when I need to debug. But there's a lot of errors, so that's when I use, mid-session, when it's like it's making no progress, it's stuck in a loop, it's asking me clarifying questions, and again the same clarifying questions. That's when I say, okay, I've had it with this /goal, fix this error first, and then once that error is fixed, okay, the next error, fix /goal, fix error 2. So that's how I've been using /goal. But yeah, this is one way you can use /goal without using the Kanban feature, and I hope that this has helped you out. And just before we go, when not to use /goal is for single turn tasks. So some simple questions, you don't need to use /goal. Brainstorming, yep, just like what we said, when you're planning, you don't need to use /goal. If you need to approve iteration manually, you don't use /goal because they're in that loop. And then when you're deploying to prod, you don't use /goal either. So there's certainly a lot of potentials here for slash goal. I'm actually anticipating there might be a slash goal sub command. That would be cool, right? So if there's a very large task, if your agent can determine it's more than 20 turns, you just ask them, well, how many turns does it need for the project to run? So I was indulging its hallucination, and my agent told me it would need 5 sub goals. It was so convincing too, because it's like for the core engine that would take 15 turns, combat that would take 15 turns, special attacks combo system that would take 12 turns, AI opponent would take 10 turns, the UI would take 12 turns. So that man, if the Hermes Agent team watches this, this would be a very cool implementation. So maybe there's nothing, not all AI hallucinations are bad. That can actually spark off some really great ideas. So I hope that this video has helped you on how to properly use slash goal. If you find this video helpful, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel. My name's Ron, shining out.